So I'm here with Siena Herman, my daughter. She has decided to do the Unbound 200, coming off of the Sea Otter Classic, Gravel and Wine, BWR. What was the other one you did in Bakersfield?
Rock Cobbler.
Rock Cobbler. So you're sponsored by Mondraker. You've been putting in a huge amount of time as far as like training. Your Hannah Otto is your coach, and I'm like so impressed. Like incredible miles, incredible stuff. So anyway, so real quick, beginning of the season, how are things going?
It's been going good. Yeah, I mean, I've never put in this type of volume before, so just every week knowing that no matter what, I have to train and I have to get in 20 hours, 25 hours sometimes, and I'm also doing gym work. So yeah, it's a big commitment, and I'm also working 3 days a week or on average. So, you know, it's definitely a commitment and I'm excited to do it. And I think that every day I show up for training just gives me confidence that I will be able to be with the leaders in the race.
And obviously now you're starting to do this video about about getting to Unbound 200, and run us down a little bit about how the beginning of the season has gone.
So yeah, I mean, I started off with Gravel and Wine, which was a local event, and that was super fun. My first time racing the Mondraker Arid, and you know, I had a great time. I got third place there. And then I did a big build-up into Rock Cobbler, and that was kind of like a big event for me. I got second in the shorter distance last year, and this year I did the longer distance, and I got second in the longer distance, which I was really, really stoked about because that's a super hard event. That's pretty much a mountain bike course that we're racing on gravel bikes. So that was good. And then I went to BWR Arizona, and I was not heat acclimated at all, and that was kind of like a little setback for me. I definitely didn't have a good race there. I just couldn't deal with the heat. So moving forward from that, I was like, okay, how am I going to get ready for the heat at Unbound? Because this is something that I know that I'm going to have an issue with if I don't address it. So I've been trying to ride in Palm Springs leading up to Unbound in 100-degree weather. I just did a 6-hour ride in 99-degree weather in Palm Springs, and I got cooked, but you know, that's what you have to do. And I've been doing sauna 2 times a week for 20 minutes. So I've been trying to do everything I can. And then I just did BWR California, and I got 4th place there, which was a really standout result for me. I was in 2nd place almost the whole day, but then I didn't play my cards exactly right, and there was some groups that were made, and we were allowed to draft off the amateur men, and I was not with anyone to draft off, and the other girls all had groups. So I was just solo trying to catch back onto groups, it's impossible. So that's like something I need to learn moving forward, is that it's very important if you are allowed to draft off the amateur men that you have to just stay with them no matter what. Because if you're drafting, you're going to be moving at a totally different speed.
Yeah, and less effort level as well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It definitely makes a big difference. You found that helped you out, actually. You know, at another event, you had some guys that helped you, and some of the amateur men had helped you a little bit. So now, moving forward, Unbound.
Unbound. So for Unbound, there's no drafting off the men. It's a fully women's race. We have our own start, and we're not allowed to draft off amateur or pro men. So with that, we have a very fair race, and I think that's going to be beneficial for everyone, but it's going to make the stakes higher of staying with the girls that you are with. You do not want to get dropped from the group you are with, because then you're going to be all alone out there waiting for another group, and since you're only allowed to work with the pro women, you don't know if you're ever going to find another group. So that's one of my big things going into Unbound, is make sure you stay with the pro women, because you do not want to be out there alone, especially in 200 miles. It's just going to be demoralizing.
Yeah, if you get caught in Never Never Land, it's almost just worth it to wait for somebody that you can work for, because for the whole event, it'll be better, you know.
But if no one's coming,
I wonder how they're going to police making sure that no one is drafting off of, you know, because if you end up finding yourself in a position where there is other, you know, amateur men or pro men around you, then what do? You know, you just got to ride on the other side of the road from, I guess.
So basically, yeah,
you know,
that's kind of what they're saying, and I think that it is going to be different because this is the first year they're doing it, but I think it's really great for the women's race, and I think it's the right call. But yeah, I think there's going to be something to be said about that. Like, I know that the amateur men always end up catching me, especially if they're only starting 20 minutes behind me in a 200-mile race. The fast amateur men are bound to catch me. But hopefully, because they made up that 20-minute time gap, hopefully by the time they catch me, they're just going at a way faster speed than me to where I'm not able to catch on, but also I'm not allowed to.
What do you think your time forecast is for the 200?
I'm hoping around like 12 hours.
That's a long time to be on the bike. You're gonna be fighting some demons out there during that. I mean, you're gonna have to dig deep in your soul, and obviously fuel and bike positioning and a whole bunch of things are all gonna play critical roles. Trying to keep your morale up, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe even some kind of music or something. It seems, but it's not gonna last for 12 hours, you know.
I know.
And then moving forward to the rest of the season, what do you have planned? We're gonna get you on a mountain bike at all?
Yeah.
I would really love to see you at Rim Nordic or maybe a mountain bike race here and there.
I hope to go to one of the Rim Nordics. I want to do a local race. It's definitely fun here, and it's always good competition no matter what. But yeah, so I think I'll probably do a Rim Nordic. I think there's one that I'm available to do. But I will be doing Leadville Stage Race and Leadville. So those are two big mountain bike races that I will be racing on the hardtail, the Mondraker Podium, which I love that bike. So
that was my bike, actually. I gave it to her. It's got my fork on it too.
I know it does.
That thing's a little rocket, and yeah, that bike. I really, and you have a bird wheel on it too.
Yeah,
huh?
there's a bird
and you
wheel.
have a bird wheel on the rear, so that bike is about as good as it gets as far as bikes go.
Yep.
To be fast for something like Leadville, especially, and other courses, you know, would work really well as well. I'm planning on going to the last Team Big Bear race at Bell Lake this weekend. So,
oh, that's great.
yeah, I was actually planning on trying to go do an over the hump yesterday, but it didn't work out for my birthday. I ended up working on Porsches all day inside the engine. Anyway, awesome, great interview. Good to catch up with you.
Yep, I'm excited for Unbound, and we'll see how it goes. I hope that it goes to plan.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things where if you don't go out too hard and you're able to get to the finish 90% of the battle is being able to make it.
Yeah, I think finishing is a big goal, but also I would love to get top 20. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't know if it's achievable, but top 20 is definitely my goal.
Yeah, I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Thanks, Dad. All right, we're done.
That's perfect. No, that's fine. That's good just like this. What? Firm shot. Changing tires. Flow Formulas, Bear Valley Bikes, Speed Evolution sealant, at least in a couple of the bikes. Some muck off in one of them. What? I take all those lines. I just hit every single one of those jumps. Yeah. You guys think the hardtail is more capable than you think? Do you know, back in the day, when the guys that won Fontana were on hardtails, Anton Cooper riding a hardtail. No, they work fucking great. Okay, put it this way. It's more like a gravel bike. And that's why it's faster. But you still have suspension, you got wider tires, you got... Hardtail's the new gravel bike. Well, you only have to have one bike for everything. Hardtail forever, man. Look at Tinker. Yeah, but he really likes the hardtail. He just got a new one.